What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give out takes on professional wrestling. It is Thursday night, May 23rd, 2024, and this is your AEW Double or Nothing preview and predictions. Flying solo tonight here on the Big Fight Field channel, and we are already 5 years into the existence of AEW, and it's very crazy. I remember like it was yesterday how the excitement of AEW came about in the wrestling community when WWE was just at a terrible, terrible time. And with the product, the way WWE was, it was absolutely horrible at the time. It was felt like torture to watch almost. And now you have this new company on the rise, and AEW comes in at the perfect time. And they started in white hot 5 years ago in 2019 at the very same arena that they are going to be in on Sunday night, which is the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, for Double or Nothing. And the excitement for the first Double or Nothing was absolutely off the charts. Even the Double or Nothings in the past. I'm not going to count the COVID Double or Nothing, but 2021, very anticipated. 2022 did not turn out to be that great of a show. Last year's Double or Nothing I thought was very fun. This year's has potential, but to me, as a wrestling fan, it lacks excitement. And I talked about this last night on the Big Fight Fuel channel here, talking about Dynamite. They're missing the excitement factor right now. There's some good stuff going on. Trust me, I love it. I love everything with Adam Copeland and Malachi Black. I like what's going on with Swerve and Prince and Christian Cage. I like the Team AEW Elite stuff. That's their biggest feud in AEW right now. It just doesn't have the must see excitement factor where it's like, hey, I have to tune in every single week to watch what's going to happen. And I'm not feeling that right now with AEW. And I'm kind of sitting there and I'm like, this really doesn't have that much meaning at all. And there's some matches on here which we will talk about. There's some matches on there where you could not pay me to care. I'm sorry, but there's some stuff on here that I legitimately am not a fan of going into this pay-per-view. Like, I believe it's a couple of the matches that I'm not a big fan of going into this show. But at the end of the day, we could criticize AEW all we want, and the criticism is well deserved. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sorry, AEW is the best when it comes to delivering on pay per view. So, if the track record means anything, that this is going to be a good show on Sunday night. This is actually going to be a great show on Sunday night. If the track record is right, this pay per view is going to be great. Because there's still really good matches on here. We just talked about the Elite versus Team AEW, the biggest feud in AEW right now. I expect the Anarchy in the Arena match to main event. Christian Cage and Swerve, Willow and Mercedes, Malachi and Copeland. There's still some really, really strong stuff on this card, and we're going to talk about it all tonight here on the Big Fight Field channel. So I appreciate all of you for joining me here tonight. Before we do so, I want you all to follow me, subscribe here on the Big Fight Field channel. We got some more content coming up. Obviously, our brand new podcast, Chopping It Up. We just dropped episode 5 this week with preview and predictions for King of the Ring. 700 views on this week's podcast. So if you haven't already, be sure to go ahead and check that out. I think sometime tomorrow we had our best segment yet when we were talking about the bloodline. So I think sometime tomorrow I'm gonna clip that and I am gonna upload it to this channel because that's how good it was. That's how good it was. I'm gonna upload an individual segment from this past week's podcast and make that its own video because it was so damn good. So be sure to go ahead and check that out. And be sure to go ahead and check out last night's Dynamite review. I thought, honestly, last night's show was probably one of the weaker go-home shows AEW has ever done. So, if you want my thoughts on that, go ahead and check that out. So, let's get into the Double or Nothing card Sunday night live from Las Vegas, Nevada, the MGM Grand Garden Arena, AEW 6th Double or Nothing. There was a match, I guess it took place in a segment, but it wasn't officially announced. It's the Trios Championships. They're now going by the Bang Bang Gang, not Bullet Club Gold anymore. They're going by the Bang Bang Gang. Jay White and the Guns taking on the Death Triangle, the reunited Death Triangle. And I don't know how much longer they're going to be reunited for because I don't see them winning this match. The Bang Bang Gang just unified the Trios titles along with the Ring of Honor 6-man championships. And, I think they're going to hold on to them belts for a little bit. I can't see them dropping them anytime soon. So, as I said last night, it's been a long time since I've actually kind of looked forward to a Trios titles match ever since the House of Black were the Trios champions. But I'm looking forward to this. I think this should be a fun match, a fun 6-man tag for the Trios titles. And I'm going to take the Bang Bang Gang for the win. I don't know if that's going to be on the buy-in or the main card. So I figured I'd get that one out of the way. But now we have 9 matches on this card, and we're going to open up talking about Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is going to challenge Roderick Strong from the Undisputed Kingdom for the AEW International Championship. Ospreay won this opportunity in a casino gauntlet. It was about a month ago on Dynamite, and Ospreay became the number 1 contender for the International Championship. And at that time, I figured this is a hard match to predict because Roddy Strong just won the International Championship from Orange Cassidy at Revolution, and Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers. Scratch that. He's the best wrestler in the world right now. And I don't think you want to beat Will Ospreay because he's one of the hottest wrestlers right now in AEW. So a month ago, I thought this was a very unpredictable match. There's still an unpredictable factor in there. I could see this being the moment where Don Callis and the Don Callis family turns on Will Ospreay and costs him the International Championship. I could very well see that. But at the end of the day, folks, Roderick Strong is doing absolutely nothing for that International Championship. The Undisputed Kingdom is not really doing much at all. They have no heat to their faction. And Adam Cole, even though he's walking, he's still hurt because if he wasn't hurt, he'd be wrestling right now. But Roderick Strong is doing nothing for that international championship. And I think right now, Ospreay is the perfect guy to represent AEW internationally as the international champion, which is why I think he's gonna beat He's gonna beat Roderick Strong on Sunday night and become the new international champion. How long does he hold that championship for? I don't know. We obviously know we have All In coming up in 3 months. Everybody wants to see Ospreay competing for the World Championship. Is Ospreay going to be the international champion walking into Wembley Stadium? We'll see. But as far as this match with Roderick Strong, he's not losing to Roderick Strong. So I'm taking Ospreay, and I think he's going to win the international championship here. IWGP World Title Eliminator match. Jon Moxley, the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, will face off against Konosuke Takeshita. Now, when this was first announced, they haven't really done much in their feud. I guess since the Blackpool Combat Club is feuding with the Don Callis family, you might as well get a one-on-one match with Moxley and Takeshita in there. When this was first announced, I was not a fan of it because I'm like, why is the title not on the line? Just put the title on the line and make this a championship match. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. Forbidden Doors next month. They're going to need a very good match for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and I think this would do it. Takeshita beats Moxley here at Double or Nothing. The Blackpool Combat Club continued their feud against the Don Callis family, and we get Moxley defending that IWGP Heavyweight Championship against Takeshita at Forbidden Door next month on June 30th. So, I actually think Takeshita is going to beat Jon Moxley here. And I think Moxley is going to be defending the championship against Takeshita at Forbidden Door. So that's what I think is going down with this match. Takeshita, he beats Moxley and he gets his world title match at the next pay-per-view. So we go from that to another, I guess, Don Callis family related match. Orange Cassidy against Trent. This is going to be their second match against each other. They wrestled their first match, I believe it was 3 weeks ago. Orange Cassidy beat him, and Trent attacked him after the match. And Don Callis has basically gotten himself involved with this feud, helping out Orange Cassidy, walking Orange Cassidy out to back from the ring. He's gotten up in Trent Beretta's face. So obviously, I think Don Callis obviously is going to play a factor into this match. So, what I think happens, I think this is all a trick to backfire on Orange Cassidy. I think Don Callis helps out Trent beat Orange Cassidy at this pay-per-view, and I think Trent joins the Don Callis family. I guess it's something for him to do, and Powerhouse Hobbs, he's on the shelf for a long time. So right now the Callis family consists of Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher. I guess if you want to get another name in there, you could get Trent, but again, I don't really see that faction going anywhere, like in the main event scene of AEW. But remember me telling you that there's some of the matches that I'm just not a fan of and you couldn't pay me to care about? This is one of them. You could not pay me to care about another Orange Cassidy Trent match. They should have at least added a stipulation to this match. Make it Falls Count Anywhere, Lights Out, anything. We already got our singles match. Now you're giving it to us again. What are we gonna get different? We're gonna get Don Callis helping out Trent beat Orange Cassidy. At least that's what I think was gonna happen. So Trent for the win. At least I hope. AEW Women's Championship on the line. This is another one. You couldn't pay me to care about this match. There's 2 women's matches on the show. They're advertising a triple main event, and the secondary title in the women's division is a part of that triple main event. So the Mercedes Willow match feels like a world title match. Excuse me. Mercedes versus Willow feels like a world title match, whereas this feels like a TBS championship match. A normal televised championship match. But I don't care about this. This is just another challenger for Toni Storm to beat. She's going to beat Serena Deeb, and she's going to move on. And she's probably going to face someone from Stardom at Forbidden Door. Maybe it's Mina Shirakawa, and that's how we get the seeds planted for a potential Mariah May Toni Storm match at All In, because that's the direction I think they're going in. So Toni Storm's going to beat Serena Deeb. No doubt. No doubt. We got the barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship. Malachi Black against Adam Copeland for the TNT Championship. This is easily the match I'm looking forward to the most on this show. I know there's some great matches, and I know they have a triple main event for Double or Nothing, but this match is not a part of the triple main event. But I don't know, man. This is easily the match I'm looking forward to the most at the pay-per-view. Malachi, it's been a while since he's had a singles run. He had his first singles match in like 2 years, right before Revolution. And I feel like after Copeland won the TNT Championship, he got right into a feud with the House of Black. And the Cope Open has been a fantastic idea by Tony Khan and the creative team, because Copeland's been able to have some fantastic matches as the TNT champion, defending it against Matt Cardona, Penta. I'm sure there's names that I'm missing, but then he had his series of matches with the House of Black, Buddy Matthews, Brody King in a no DQ match. Kyle O'Reilly in Kyle O'Reilly's hometown. And now this match at Double or Nothing in the barbed wire steel cage match. This match is going to be absolutely insane. I have no idea what these guys are going to do to each other, but Malachi last night on Dynamite definitely toned down the offense. I think he's saving himself up for this match, so I'm expecting wild shit to come out of this match, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm pumped. I am pumped that we got a big Malachi Black singles match going into this pay-per-view. And honestly, I've loved everything about this build leading up to this point, to this match right here. people on social media nervous. They're not going to give Malachi, they're not going to put Malachi in a big feud with Adam Copeland, beat him at the last pay per view, just to lose to him at Double or Nothing. They wouldn't do that, would they? I don't think so. I think Malachi is going to win the TNT Championship. He's going to get his revenge from what happened to him on Dynamite with the bloodbath. I expect tons of blood. Tons of blood in this barbed wire steel cage match. And I think we get a new TNT champion. Malachi Black beats Adam Copeland. He goes on to have his long reign as the TNT champion, as he deserves. As he deserves. He deserves a long reign as the TNT champion. You know, he had his time in the trios division, in the tag team division. It's try to let him loose in the singles division now. Let him hold that TNT championship for 5-6 months. Adam Copeland doesn't need to win this match. He doesn't need the TNT championship. You know who does? Malachi Black. Malachi Black needs to be the TNT champion. And I think that's where they're going with this. So, I'm excited. I cannot wait for this match. I expect pure chaos and, like I said, a lot of blood. A lot of blood will be shedded in this match. FTW Championship. First time ever the FTW Championship will be defended in a triple threat match. Chris Jericho, Katsuyori Shibata, and Hook. Chris Jericho defending the FTW Championship, or what he likes to call the For the World Championship. And, man, he is doing so good with this new Learning Tree gimmick. Like I said last night, he has won me over as a fan. This Learning Tree gimmick from Chris Jericho has won me over. And it's funny. It's a good character. Jericho is doing some phenomenal work right now. And honestly, I would not take that FTW Championship away from Chris Jericho, because he's been so damn entertaining with that title that it would be too soon to take it away from him. Like, especially with Shibata in the match, Shibata can be there to take the pin. We can get another match with Hook and Jericho sometime down the line. Probably at Forbidden Door or something. On Dynamite, whatever. But I would not. I would not take that FTW Championship away from Chris Jericho. No way. Jericho wins by pinning Shibata. And now we get to the big three, which is stupid that they're calling it a triple main event. But this is essentially the big three coming up. The way I think this should be ordered is TBS Championship match, World Championship, Anarchy in the Arena. So we'll start with the TBS Championship match. Mercedes Moné versus Willow Nightingale. And there's no doubt in my mind Mercedes is the heel going into this match. I absolutely loved the last segment going into this match, where last week they did a contract signing, and this was the first really legit physical brawl that Mercedes has got into in AEW. I know that she got attacked backstage and whatever, but she took a big bump last week when Willow powerbombed Mercedes through the table. through a table, and she held up the TBS championship. And the fans are actually behind Willow in this match instead of Mercedes Moné. So, I'm expecting fans to be cheering for Willow in this match over Mercedes. I am excited for it. I do think the match is going to be really good. This is Mercedes' first match since she had her knee surgery, when she injured her knee against Willow Nightingale in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, I would be lying to you if I didn't say I'm not expecting rust. I am expecting rust. She's going to be rusty. She hasn't wrestled a match in nearly a year. Over a year. So, yeah, it might look rough in there for a little bit. But there's no way that Mercedes is going to lose her first match in AEW. As much as I hate saying it, because I knew the moment Willow beat Julia Hart at Dynasty that Willow was going to be a transitional champion. Unfortunately, Willow is going to be a transitional champion. That's what's going to happen. Mercedes is going to beat Willow. She's going to win the TBS championship in her first match. And then, after the match, Chris Statlander is going to turn heel on her friend Willow Nightingale. And it's going to start a long feud between Stat and Willow coming out of Double or Nothing. And I think we get a series of matches between those two leading up to a big match at All In. That's what All In or All Out, one of those two shows. That's what I think happens. That's what I think comes out of this. Is Mercedes is your new TBS champion, and Willow has her next feud set up with Chris Statlander. But I am looking forward to the match. I'd be an idiot to tell you that I'm not. Christian Cage against Swerve Strickland. I think this is going to be great. I'm very happy that Christian Cage is the first challenger. Christian Cage stands absolutely no chance. This is the most predictable match on the entire card. Swerve Strickland is going to beat Christian Cage clean in the middle of the ring, and he is going to retain the AEW World Championship. And then the main event, Anarchy in the Arena. The Elite versus Team AEW, contested of FTR, Bryan Danielson, and Darby Allin. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, the new Elite is the Young Bucks, Jack Perry, and Kazuchika Okada. So, the first two Anarchy in the Arenas, I thought last year was the best Anarchy in the Arena match AEW's done. And there's only been two. But I thought the second one was better. I think this one has tons of potential. You just look at the talent in this match. Okada, Jack Perry, Darby, Danielson, then the two tag teams, FTR, the Bucks. I think this is going to be, again, we know how Anarchy in the Arena goes. I think it's going to be absolutely pure chaos, this match. And I'm here for every moment of it. I'm here for every minute of it. Every minute of it. I'm here for it. The question is, who I think wins this match? Well, Wrestling 101 tells you that whoever stands tall on the go-home show loses at the pay-per-view. And there is still way more to do with this feud. Kenny Omega has yet to we know he's been on television, but he has yet to make his actual return. And I think they're going to save that for August. I'm hoping that Kenny Omega is going to be ready by August to face Okada for the Continental Championship. So there's still way more to do with this feud, which is why the Elite is going to win Anarchy in the Arena. The Elite will beat Team AEW, and this will probably lead to, I would say, blood and guts in the summer. So that's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your Double or Nothing predictions. I'll be back on here Sunday night after the pay-per-view to break it all down for you. AEW's Double or Nothing live from Las Vegas. Again, should be good. Looking at AEW's track record with pay-per-views, this should be a great pay-per-view. And we'll be here to talk about it on Sunday night. But thank you all so much. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for some new content. Hit the like button if you like what you heard from me. Follow me on Twitter, Conlon_Joseph. 200 followers away from 3K. Would appreciate it if we got there soon. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. And I'm out. Peace. And as always, love wrestling.